Psychological projection is a defense mechanism that occurs when a person attributes their own undesirable thoughts, feelings, or behaviors to another person. This process can happen in several stages and can take different forms, making it a complex and multifaceted phenomenon. Understanding these stages can help individuals recognize projection in themselves and others, ultimately fostering better emotional health and interpersonal relationships. The first stage of psychological projection is the emergence of unacceptable thoughts or feelings. These thoughts and emotions often stem from internal conflicts or unmet needs. Because they create discomfort or guilt, the individual subconsciously seeks to rid themselves of these negative aspects. In the second stage, the individual disowns these thoughts and feelings. At this point, the ego employs projection as a defense mechanism. The person may convince themselves that these undesirable qualities do not belong to them, thus mitigating internal conflict and preserving self-esteem. The third stage involves attributing these disowned qualities to someone else. This process allows the individual to externalize the negative traits, making them easier to manage emotionally. For example, a person who is feeling envious might begin to believe that others are envious of them. The fourth stage is a reinforcement loop where the projection is continually justified by selective perception and confirmation bias. The individual starts to interpret interactions and behaviors of others through the lens of their projections, further entrenching the belief that the projected thoughts and emotions belong to others. Finally, the individual may begin to act out based on these projections. This could result in strained relationships and misunderstandings, as the person reacts to perceived threats or negative behaviors that are actually their own disowned feelings and not those of the other person. This stage can perpetuate a cycle of further projection and emotional disturbance. Recognizing and addressing psychological projection involves self-awareness and mindfulness. It requires individuals to acknowledge and confront their own undesirable traits rather than attributing them to others. Therapeutic practices like cognitive behavioral therapy can be particularly effective. These practices help individuals identify projection and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By understanding the many processes of psychological projection, individuals can work towards more honest and fulfilling relationships. Recognizing these mechanisms within oneself and others can not only improve personal well-being, but also foster a more empathetic and understanding social environment.